Welcome back to Car Future Wheels, where the road meets tomorrow. Today, we've got a complete deep dive into the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback. Subaru has always made vehicles that strike a balance between rugged utility and practical comfort, but with this latest generation, they've taken things to a whole new level. If you're wondering whether this is still the go-to adventure wagon or just another crossover in disguise, you're in for a full breakdown. Let's start where every journey begins, at the front end. Subaru's designers have gone bolder this year without abandoning their signature look. The 2026 Outback wears a wider hexagonal grille, now outlined in a satin chrome finish that gives it a more refined touch. The headlamps have been slimmed down slightly, adopting a sharper LED signature that blends seamlessly into the front fascia. And yes, the standard LED fog lights are tucked into more aggressive housings, giving it a chunkier, more planted stance. The front bumper has been restyled with deeper creases, emphasizing a tougher presence that complements its off-road capability. Even in base trim, the visual attitude is elevated, while higher trims like the Onyx Edition XT and Wilderness come with blacked-out accents and a revised skid plate that suggests this car means business when the pavement ends. Swinging around to the side profile, you'll notice that familiar Outback silhouette along roof, generous ground clearance, and rugged cladding. But take a closer look and you'll see subtle refinements. The fender arches are more pronounced now, creating a visual frame around the new 18 and 19-inch alloy wheel designs. The Wilderness trim still features all-terrain tires and additional ride height, giving it nearly 9.5 inches of clearance. Roof rails are more than just cosmetic, and they're rated for 700-pound static load, perfect for rooftop tents or cargo systems. The window lines are accentuated with black or chrome trim depending on the model, and side mirrors now have slimmer turn signal indicators for a sleeker look. With its elongated shape and subtle creases running along the doors, the Outback maintains its wagon DNA while pushing closer to SUV territory than ever before. Now around back, the changes are subtle but purposeful. The taillights have a new LED light signature, more angular and aggressive. The rear bumper has been redesigned with a two-tone insert that varies depending on trim, adding depth and contrast. The liftgate itself has a wider opening and sits slightly lower, improving access to the cargo area. And yes, power liftgate comes standard on most trims with hands-free functionality available. Dual exhaust tips are reserved for the turbo models and provide a hint of sportiness, especially on the XT and Touring XT trims. Overall, the rear maintains that sturdy, no-nonsense Subaru aesthetic: a clean, capable, and ready-to-haul gear, groceries, or a couple of muddy mountain bikes. Step inside, and this is where the 2026 Outback really begins to flex its evolution. Subaru has finally embraced a more premium interior philosophy, especially in the upper trims. The first thing you'll notice is the 11.6-inch vertically oriented touchscreen, now standard across the range. It features Subaru's updated Starlink multimedia system, with faster response times, better resolution, and native wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Navigation is snappier, and voice recognition has been improved significantly. Physical knobs for volume and tuning are still present, thankfully, and climate controls remain integrated into the touchscreen but with clearer access. The dashboard has been reshaped with more soft-touch materials, better stitching, and subtle ambient lighting on higher trims. Seats have been rebolstered for better long-distance comfort, and Subaru has introduced ventilated front seats for the first time in touring models. Interior space remains one of the Outback's strong points. Ample headroom, great rear legroom, and wide door openings make ingress and egress easy. The cargo area hasn't changed much, offering over 32.5 cubic feet behind the second row and nearly 76 when you fold the seats down. There's even underfloor storage for muddy gear or emergency tools. Sound insulation has been improved, and the optional 12-speaker Harman Kardon audio system delivers a clearer, punchier audio experience than before. You also get multiple USB-C and USB-A ports throughout the cabin, along with a wireless charging pad. The rear seats now come with optional heating, and there's even dual-zone climate control standard on most trims, with tri-zone available higher up. Under the hood, when it comes to performance, the 2026 Outback offers two engine options that carry over from the previous year but with small refinements. The base engine is a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated flat 4 that produces 182 horsepower and 176 pounds-to-feet of torque. It's not the quickest, but it's smooth, reliable, and fuel efficient, with ratings around 26 miles per gallon city and 33 highway. For those who need more muscle, the XT trims and the Wilderness come with a turbocharged 2.4-liter flat-4 making 260 horsepower and 277 pounds-feet of torque. It's paired to Subaru's Lineartronic CVT, which has been tuned for quicker simulated gear changes and less rubber band feel under hard acceleration. The Outback's standard symmetrical all-wheel drive is one of the best in the business, and for 2026, the X-Mode system has been enhanced with more refined traction logic and an updated snow, dirt mode. The Wilderness trim also gets a revised final drive ratio and an upgraded cooling system for better trail performance. Whether you're dealing with gravel trails or snowy commutes, the Outback remains one of the most confidence-inspiring vehicles in its segment. Ride quality is where this car shines. It glides over rough pavement thanks to a compliant suspension, and body roll is well controlled for a wagon of this size. Steering is a bit on the light side, but it's precise and easy to manage, especially in urban settings. Braking is strong and progressive, and even when fully loaded, the Outback feels balanced and composed. With towing capacity rated at 2,700 pounds for the turbo models, it's ready to pull a small trailer or weekend toys. Now let's talk pricing. Subaru has kept things fairly competitive. The base 2026 Outback starts at just under $30,000, which includes standard all-wheel drive, eyesight driver assist, and the big infotainment screen. Mid-range trims like the Premium and Limited range from $32,000 to $37,000, adding features like leather upholstery, power seats, and upgraded audio. The XT turbocharged trims start around $39,000, with the rugged Wilderness variant coming in at approximately $41,000. The fully loaded Touring XT, with all the luxury and tech goodies, lands just shy of $44,000. These prices make the Outback a solid value, especially considering how much capability and comfort you're getting for the money. So, what's the verdict on the 2026 Subaru Outback? It's not trying to reinvent itself, and that's actually a smart move. Subaru knows its audience, and instead of chasing trends, they've refined what already works. This model is more polished, more connected, and more capable, while staying true to its adventurous roots. Whether you're commuting to work, hitting the trail on the weekend, or just hauling the family and a trunk full of gear, the Outback delivers a rare combination of utility, comfort, and reliability that few competitors can match. That's it for today's review. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed the breakdown, and subscribe to Car Future Wheels for more in-depth reviews of the latest rides hitting the streets and trails. Let us know in the comments, so would you take this Outback on your next road trip, or are you eyeing something else in the segment? Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your wheels turning.